Iraq has been very helpful where necessary. But we have been taking our troops out of Iraq fairly rapidly, and we look forward to the day when we don't have to be there. And hopefully Iraq can live their own lives and they can defend themselves, which they've been doing long before we got involved.
All right, for more on this, I want to bring in General Mark Kimmitt, who's the former Assistant Secretary of State for Political Military Affairs. He's here with us in Washington, D.C. General Kimmitt, great to see you. This visit's unprecedented in the sense that it's the first time an Iraqi PM has been to the White House in years. What did these meetings accomplish?
Well, this is pretty much a reset to our relations with Iraq. As you know, we've had some significant difficulties persuading the Iraqi governments in the recent years of our desires and our needs inside of Iraq and theirs as well. This strategic partnership, which was re-energized with this meeting, pretty much put the two countries on the same sheet of music. Respect for Iraqi sovereignty, a desire to see a smaller number of American troops inside of Iraq, more aid and assistance to the Iraqi economy and humanitarian assistance for issues such as COVID. So I think that the presence of Prime Minister Kadhimi and President Trump sitting together, talking together, agreeing on what needs to be the way forward for both of our countries, demonstrated how successful these meetings were.
Where do you see America's involvement in Iraq going forward?
Well, I think it's going to be far less militarily focused and far more economically focused. Obviously, we have concerns on their neighbor, Iran. But this is a country that needs our help. We've invested a lot in that country in terms of blood and money and treasure, and we want it to be successful. So I think the real focus in the years to come will be economic support and will be humanitarian assistance and far less military support.
President Trump, General Kimmitt, wants to pull troops out. The Prime Minister wants some to stay. What role would those remaining forces play in the country?
Well, I think it's a very good point because right now, the mission that brought us back in 2014 was the defeat of ISIS. And to most observers, ISIS has been defeated. They still are a terrorist organization. They still are a threat. But the Iraqi forces themselves are back to where they need to be to handle most of that ground threat in face-to-face fighting. On the other hand, they still need intelligence support, air support. They need some training. They do need logistical support. So I see the U.S. forces and, candidly, more contractors inside of Iraq in the years to come to maintain these advances that we've made in the Iraqi security forces, both the Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Interior forces. But it will be a small number. It doesn't take a large number, but we want to make sure they're ready in case ISIS attacks again.
All right, General Mark Kimmitt, great to have your expertise on the matter. Thanks for being with us.